You're listening to the Full Court Press with your host, Drew Duncan. Don't you dare touch that dial. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Full Court Press. I'm your host, Drew Duncan. You're checking me out live from the K-Sun Studios in Wichita, Kansas. You know the rap sheet. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Drew Duncan 83. And don't forget, you can listen live at ksunradio.org. That's ksunradio.org. Very excited to have the guests that we're going to have on here with us today. Today, guys, if I can do my job this morning. Folks, she is only 17 years old, but is already making a lot of power moves right here in the state of Kansas. She just finished her first National East Qualifier Regional. She's looking to be on the U.S. Olympic team, provided that she can do what she needs to do in Hutchinson this past weekend, and also in Utah coming up very soon in December. Her coach is also in the building with us. He's only had a gym open for a year and a half and already has a young lady doing very big things in our community. Everybody, please welcome to the program the fighter, Hannah Thompson, and her coach, Eduardo Lita. Both of you, thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Look, you guys like twins. And all right. So, first of all, Hannah, I want to throw this question at you and trying to kind of get to know you a little bit about your background. I know that you go to East, so what side of town are you growing up at? You know, what was life like for you coming up? What's a daily schedule for you? Can you give us some insight about what it's like to be Hannah Thompson?
Okay, I live on the north side of town. I've always lived over there. I don't know, just recently I got a job, so everything is kind of like pressed together at school, then going there, and then making time for my job, and then just everything is scheduled around boxing and just trying to finish school off. This is my last year of school, so I'm just trying to get everything good for there, but everything really revolves around boxing right now.
You know, Anna, I've had so many people on this program that are aspiring and or already Olympic athletic competitors. One of the things that we've talked about is that Olympians generally don't get paid. I think about 2012 gold medalists were saying, I'm broke and in debt from training my child. They're winning gold medals for your country, and they're not being paid. Do you think that there's a point where we should finally step up and say, you know what, we need to start paying our athletes, because a lot of other countries do it for whatever reason, the U.S. does not?
Yeah, I think that's really important, since we're, making a name for the U.S. and presenting them so well. Doing all this training and working so hard, you should be rewarded.
You know, Eduardo, as a coach, I know that you've seen this scenario time and time again. You've heard about it time and time again. Young fighters representing our country. Do you think that there's a point where it's maybe more of a respect issue as opposed to what needs to be done issue and why it should be done?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it is boxing. Everybody's looking for respect, and everybody's looking to be out there. So
it's been a year and a half that you've had your gym open. You've been coaching total relatively 7 years. Already you've got a young lady in Hannah that's doing a lot of big things. I know your heart has got to be warmed and beating 100 miles an hour. You guys just got back from Tennessee. You're already back and training and everything that's going on. Can you kind of take me through what's going through your head right now when you see Hannah doing all the things she's doing, and then, of course, all the traveling and everything that you've got to do in the meantime?
I guess what goes through my head is where we're going to get Hannah. What do we got to do to make her reach her goals, and how are we going to help her? What do we got to do as coaches, not just myself, but our coaching team? What do we got to do to make her better for the next one that's coming up? What do we got to do to raise the money to get her where she needs to go? And how are we going to do all this?
She's 17 years old, though, and look at everything. She's got to go to school. She's got a job. Then on top of that, she's got to train. Do you think that maybe at some point, because these athletes aren't getting paid and they're getting to that point where they want to represent the United States of America, that there's maybe just too much pressure on somebody like that who can't just take the time that they need to not only finish school but be a great athlete?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot on her, and it's a lot of all these guys that are going for the same dream, for the same goal. But, to succeed in life, you have to really put it all out there and give it all 100%. So whatever life brings at you, whether it be school or work, or training, you got to figure out how to get it all done.
Kind of switching gears a little bit here. Hannah, earlier you and I were talking before we went on the radio. You were telling me your favorite boxing movie is Creed. And look, that I like I told you, I can't believe, first of all, that movie didn't win an award. And for me, outside of the first Rocky, I think that's the best one that I've seen, period. What is it that you love so much about that movie?
It kind of relates to me. It's like you're working so hard for something, and you still feel like you're not doing enough, But you just got to continue pushing and can't give up. You have to keep going, and then in the end, even if you win or if you lose, you're learning something from it, and that's what you see in that movie. It's just you're pushing so hard, you fail, but you got to keep going, and even if you walk out with a loss, you're still winning at the end of the day.
Your body has got to be tired from all the work and everything that you do. How do you even find time to watch a movie anyways?
That's true. But
that's true.
That is true.
Now that I've thought about it out loud, thanks, Andrew, for reminding me.
Like, since the summer, since I've had this job, I haven't really had time to sit down and even watch TV anymore. Like, I was talking to my mom about that. Like, we don't even really watch TV at all anymore, watch movies or anything. I come home and go to sleep. I come home from school, get ready for work or practice, then I come home from that and I'm asleep. And I just do it over and over again. Even on the weekends, it's like I really don't get time to just sit around. I'm always up and doing something. So
I'm gathering what you're telling me is your social life is strictly on Facebook and Instagram, right?
Not even, really, maybe, really. I really don't even have time to really just chill around and, hang out with friends or anything. It's like, man, we've been planning to go to haunted houses all this month, and I still don't think I'm going to be able to still have fights even next weekend. So it's like, I don't have time for anything. And I don't really have a problem with that either. I really like being busy. And I feel like with boxing, if it was gone, I don't know, I'd probably lose my mind. I'm just so used to being everywhere,
Keeps you out of trouble. That's the main thing.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. First of all, I got to know, how do you do haunted? Because I don't do scary. Okay? Everybody's getting ready for Halloween, and my birthday is November the 1st. Do you know how frustrating this is? Because nobody cares about my birthday, and my daughter's birthday is the 26th. So, I've literally gotten presents before on my birthday for her. So let's get that out of the way.
That's annoying.
It is. You have no idea. But seriously, I don't do scary. How come you're not afraid? Is it because you box, or you just whatever, dude, it's nothing?
I've always liked scary stuff, but it's kind of gotten to me. Like, when we went to Tennessee, it all hit me there. Like, oh my gosh. I listen to, real, true stuff, human trafficking.
Oh my gosh.
like scary stuff like that. And it all hit me when I went there. And I'm like, I really need to calm down because I was terrified.
Your mom is in the room here. Mom, you're going to have to start watching what she's looking at. Jeez. Your kid needs a hug, that really bad.
I don't know. I like that stuff. That it's different. And it's like, wow, it really happens. So.
It really happens?
Yes.
Okay, so Coach, here's the deal, because we don't need paranoid maniacs running around. No Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, all right? No more Jigsaw movies. None of, you're going to have to tell her, fighters go on diets. We're going to need you to cut that out of your regiment.
Yeah, all she can watch now is Creed movies.
So there you go, over and over again. The next time I see you, I want you to have that movie memorized, line for line.
Okay.
Jeez. Scary movies. I don't do it. Okay, you ever heard, I'm sure especially you, Eduardo, and then your mom, obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, every time I've ever watched one of those movies, I have a nightmare about him.
No, those
that
are
guy
weak.
is still scary.
Those are not weak. You weren't 9 years old with that movie coming on Fox or HBO for no reason, right? And so, but the thing is, because I know the rules, I always trap him in my sleep. Twice in a birdcage, right? Am I too deep for everybody right now? Nobody else does this? You don't have nightmares after you see a scary movie?
Yeah, but I have never been able to trap one.
You got to take control of your mind, bro. See? That's where they say the game is 90% mental. See? Speaking of 90% mental, what keeps you going? All this stuff going on. You said that it doesn't bother you, but come on, you're 17. Are you going to look back on your life, you think, one day and go, maybe I should have had more fun?
No, not even. What keeps me going really is just like where I could go and who I could be. It's like, because you don't see a lot of girls that, you see a lot of girls that are in it, but you don't see a lot that stick with it. And I feel like I have talent, and it could get so much better, and I could get so much bigger. And it's not even about like the fame. It's just who I could inspire, who could come up off of me, So it's just, I have a lot of potential, and that's what really drives me is like, I could do so much. I could do so much with it.
We've got a really bright young lady here, Coach, talking about the work ethic, what it takes to make it. Do you think that in the world where Conor McGregor is sort of taking the new face of combat sports now to the level that he has, and now guys like Tony Ferguson, the trash talk and all that, we kind of get lost in everything that happens in between all that?
Yeah, we do. Conor McGregor's a big name, but Conor McGregor's not a Hannah Thompson. Hannah Thompson has different goals, and she's going in the right direction. As long as we just keep that positive attitude and keep working hard, she'll be okay.
Coach, obviously here before we get off the air, I want to take a couple of moments here to kind of give you the floor, say anything that you want to, talk about your gym, how people can sign up and get in contact with you. I'd love it for you to throw out all your information. Yeah,
we come from the Alley Boxing Club, 3072 South Hillside. We're normally open 5 days a week between 5:30 and 8:30 in the evening. If you want to sign up, just come down to the gym and we'll chit-chat there and show you around and go from there.
What do you look for in a fighter when they first walk in the door? Because, there's a lot of guys. You think about, like, jiu-jitsu, karate. There's a lot of blue belts. They come in one day and they're gone the next. Is it easy for you to read a guy as soon as they walk in the door, or a lady, and say, I don't know if you're going to be a fit here or not?
It's not easy because some people might start slow and catch on as time goes. So you kind of got to give everybody the same chance and just let them do what they got to do and coach them through it and see where they get with it.
Hannah, finishing off with you, I do this with all of my guests, as you just saw with your coach, and I'm sure you heard me in previous interviews. I'm just going to let you have the floor. Anything that's on your mind, young lady, that you want to talk about, it's all yours.
Alley Boxing Club, that's it. My gym that's all. And I don't have a Twitter or a Facebook just dedicated to me and my boxing store where you can look, but the page, our Facebook page, Alley Boxing Club, you can go and you can like or follow or whatever that on Facebook, and just see all of us in there. There's videos of everyone from the gym. Just look at our talents, because there's a lot of talent in that gym, and just coming up out of this small town, it's so crazy, but it's so cool. We're all just it's just amazing.
She's an East Blue Ace, everybody. Hannah Thompson and her coach, Eduardo Lita, thank you very much both for being on the program, and to Alley Boxing in Wichita, Kansas as well. You're welcome for that plug, Eduardo.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, everybody, this has been the Full Court Press. We've got a lot more to get to. More college football is on the other side. We'll be back right after this. Don't you dare touch that dial.